want to dislike Adam Vinatieri because of the most of those kicking points that he accumulated were against my Buffalo Bills, or definitely while winning the division over the Buffalo Bills. But he had a long, distinguished career, and all those years and Super Bowls and all of that he spent with the Patriots. After that, he went and spent another what 5 6 seasons with the Colts and still excelled. When the great Bill Belichick had decided he could be replaced by who was he? Gostowski, I think Gostowski replaced him as the kicker. But even
Yeah.
when they thought he was done, he said, "Nah, I got more," and played another high level 5 6 years for the Colts. So good for him.
Yeah.
Roger Craig, absolutely. Larry Fitz, yeah, man. I mean,
No.
he was a legend from the get go, right? And
Yeah.
for so many years, like he jumped right in, not quite like Anquan Bolden did with his rookie year, one of the best rookie years until maybe Justin Jefferson. But Larry Fitzgerald, right off the bat, like we knew when he was playing at Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh, that he was going to be a great Sunday addition, and he did not disappoint, and did not disappoint until he retired.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you know,
and
one I was surprised I did not see, and a few other people talked about this as well, but a couple of the players, Reggie Wayne, Eli Manning, Frank Gore, even, right? These were some players I thought may have made the first ballot, but looks like they'll probably be going in, hopefully in the next couple of years. But those are a couple of players that I was expecting to see in this year's Hall of Fame induction as well.
yeah, no, absolutely. Look, a lot of people don't realize. I'm gonna get back to Larry Fitzgerald just so everybody understands. Yes, he did not win a Super Bowl, but remember that was that one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time between Ben Roethlisberger and Kurt Warner, where he had 7 catches, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns, including that stupendous 64-yard fourth quarter score that put them ahead to win. If it weren't for Ben Roethlisberger and that last second comeback drive to win 27-23, he would have a Super Bowl championship. And I understand we can't say, well, if it weren't for the loss, they would have won. Otherwise, I'd be saying that about the Bills for all four of the Super Bowls, right? Um, but he played a great game in one of the greatest Super Bowls ever, in that 2009 Super Bowl. So he did his part, but more importantly, so spent all 17 of his years, 17 years as a wide receiver with the same team, Arizona Cardinals. And do you know where he ranks in the NFL history in the all-time catches department?
Fitzgerald, he's got to be in
Second,
the top five, right?
second to
Second,
you know who?
to Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. The answer is always Jerry Rice when it's a wide receiver question.
Yeah.
Do you know where he ranks in receiving yards with his 17,492 yards? Second. Do you know to whom?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. What Jerry Rice has done in this position in this sport is just stupendous. And again, Larry Fitzgerald, 17,492. I think Jerry Rice's are like 21,000 something. It's just
22.
22,000. Yeah.
Yeah, 22,895, almost 23.
Goodness gracious. Like,
Yeah.
and this is a guy who came out of, I don't know if I've ever told you, I've been to Jerry Rice's hometown.
In Mississippi, right?
He's a Mississippi boy.
Yeah.
Went to Mississippi Valley State. Was
Hmm.
not supposed to be. Was not highly. I mean, he was doing great things at Mississippi Valley State, but he wasn't highly drafted. He was a flyer, right? Coming from a small college, the 49ers took a chance, and then they I don't know. I think legends grow, and at this point they're saying that you'll hear people say he was close to being cut. I don't think he was close to being cut, but he was definitely a disappointment after the first 4 or 5 games of his career. And then I
Mm,
think it was that 6th or the 7th game of his. Now, again, I'm going off of not memory, but what I've read, what I've consumed, because it is a little before my time. But yeah, it was that 6th, 7th, 8th game of his rookie year where he had an almost 200-yard game, and he was dropping catches earlier, and it clicked, and that was it. Joe Montana knew he had something special in Jerry Rice, and boy, did he.
no one's gonna touch his records, man. I don't see that happening.
Unless this turns into a 25 game season,
Oh,
right?
then that shouldn't count. Then I mean,
Yeah.
it's not fair.
It should not. I mean, what he did, and at this sport, this is a grueling sport. This is where, remember, Cooper Cup, the Triple Crown winner and the Super Bowl. I think he got Super Bowl MVP that year when the Rams won. Right?
That's right.
He was this stud wide receiver, and he's all but out of the league at this point. They gave him away for nothing to their in division rivals, the Seahawks, where he couldn't do anything because he was old, like 31. Right? The wide receiver position, it just doesn't last. Not quite like the running back, but still, the wide receivers are not supposed to do what Jerry Rice did, or even Fitzgerald in this case. 17 seasons. Fitzgerald was lucky that he came out after his freshman year. So I think he was 19 or 20 when he came into the league. He retired at 37. Jerry Rice had to play all 4 seasons at Mississippi Valley State to even be considered to be drafted, and then came into the league and then did this to the league.
Yeah.
The GOAT. I mean, there's no question at the wide receiver position. The GOAT.
I think we have a legitimate argument to say that Jerry Rice, not just probably the best, not probably the best wide receiver of all time. I mean, you could make an argument he's one of the greatest football players of all time. I think. I mean,
absolutely, the domination of his position, what he meant to the team, what he meant to the success of the team, meaning the playoffs, what he meant to the hardware that team has, all of that, right? The longevity. And then don't forget, he actually eventually, again, after the 49ers thought that he was done, he went to the Raiders on that team with what was his name? The quarterback, the early offense of
he's from the Chiefs, wasn't he?
Yeah. He went. So when Chucky was coach there, Gruden, I'm drawing a blank. That one year where he turned this no-name quarterback into a Hall of Famer. Gannon.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice was there. Tim Brown.
Yeah. And he was producing. I mean, I think he was 40 years old and he was wide receiver 1.
Yes.
So, yeah, he's a phenomenal player.
Phenomenal. All right. So let's talk about the Hall of Fame game. It was Larry Fitzgerald's Arizona and Carolina. I was like, who was it? Who did they beat? And it was an exciting game, right? Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the box score because Carson Beck.
30? Yeah, 30-33, wasn't it? It was a close game.
Yep.
32-30.
It was a last second touchdown. They were they were, I think it was 30-27, and last play of the game they scored a touchdown. So Carson Beck, of course, came out of Georgia, he was early in his season, early in his career, he was looking really, really good. And then he lost Brock Bowers and he lost, um, trying to think, he had a couple of really big name wide receivers. And his junior year wasn't as good. But boy, he looked good in this game.
Yeah, he did.
And at this point, now that they've shipped off Kyler Murray, and well, I'm sure in the weeks to come, we're going to talk about Kyler Murray. But at this point, after what he showed, I know this is just one game. They're not going anywhere. They're in a rebuild. Should they just go ahead and declare Carson Beck their starting quarterback, or is this too premature? Am I just jumping to conclusions after one Hall of Fame game where he didn't really face the starting defense for Carolina?
I think he played really good. I mean, he certainly makes a good point to be the starter, but I mean, we got to go through preseason and see how he does. But no, he had a great couple of snaps and looked really good on his passes. So he certainly would be vying for that number one slot. Who's the other quarterback?
Jacoby Brissett. Remember Jacoby Brissett with
Jacoby, yeah.
with Wilson, who was on 2 of my fantasy football teams. Remember that crazy stretch Wilson had of 14 catches, 160 yards and a touchdown, followed by 16 catches and 170 yards. All of that was being thrown by Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett, in the second half of last season, was lighting things up.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to believe. You have to assume that Marvin Harrison in his third year is going to make a leap, Marvin Harrison Jr. And Wilson is still there. He's still got Trey McBride, arguably the best receiving tight end. Maybe Brock Bowers has a hold on it that makes McBride the second. But the volume that he catches from Brissett, I mean, he's Brissett's safety valve.
Mm-hmm.
He's thrown to him 10, 11, 12, 13 times every freaking game. So with all those weapons, there's no doubt that the same offense we saw at the end of the year is going to be there with Brissett at the helm.
Yeah.
So they have an incentive to leave this in Brissett's hands. But Brissett's not the future, and you're kind of building for the future. So I don't know. It's a tough, and yeah, I think you make a great point. Let's see how Beck does against NFL defenses in that third preseason game, right? That's going to be the pudding which will hold the proof, because vanilla defenses in a Hall of Fame game with third string backups, right? It's not exactly an indication.
Yeah. Plus, they still got, I think, Gardner Minshew is on the depth chart as well. So.
The mustache.
Yeah, he'll try to steal some spotlight from Carson too. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do in the preseason. I think there's definitely a good chance that Beck moves up to number 2. But you're right. Kobe is going to be the starter most likely.
All right. I got to tell our listeners about something real quick, and then I want to come back to football. Something that's in your wheelhouse, in your influence of or circle of interest, I guess. Let's talk about ZN Fashion. Step into a world of elegance and tradition at the ZN Dallas Wedding Expo, going on today. Yes, whether you're planning your dream wedding or looking for inspiration for your next special occasion, join us for a showcase of the finest Pakistani bridal couture and intricate jewelry. Discover the latest trends with amazing designs and connect with the best vendors in the industry, all in one place. This is taking place today. Started about 55 minutes ago from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. at the Dallas Plano Marriott, 7121 Bishop Road in Plano. We'll look forward to welcoming you to an unforgettable day of celebration and style. Free admission and free parking. You really, really have no excuses. For stall booking, It's too late. It's happening right now. For exhibition information, it's too late. You can try calling 630-776-9407. But I'm telling you, started 56 minutes ago now. You need to head on over there. Dallas Plano Marriott, going on right now until 9 p.m. The ZN Fashions Wedding Expo. All right, let's get back to the game of football. And you, Manny from Kansas City, you know where I'm going. What's the deal? What's the deal with the Chiefs? How is Patrick Mahomes looking? And are we going to have the Chiefs of old back by week 1, by the middle of the middle of the season, or by the end of the season?
Based on how last season went, I think Patrick is itching to get back on the field. We are certainly waiting to see how this preseason folds. I'm still a little missed with the the wide receiver situation at Kansas City. We've got our player always, we've got our wide receiver one is always in some kind of legal trouble lately.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how the team comes around with preseason games. But no, I think Patrick is very motivated and ready to go, and he looks healthier. I mean, certainly coming back from the injury. So it's gonna be a really good season, hopefully, and Chiefs will be back in the playoff hunt against your Bills there.
I mean, look, I think we've gotten to the point, and maybe I've become pessimistic about the Bills, right? I'm surprised to see that they have the second or the third best odds at winning the Super Bowl this year. Obviously, the Rams are by and far. Yeah, I think they're either tied with Seattle for second, or they're right behind Seattle at third, behind LA Rams at the top, and then Seattle, the defending champs, at 2. I mean, at some point, as much as I hate to say this, I'm tired of finding excuses for why the Bills once more didn't advance. If only they could have kept Kelsey from catching that second catch in the 13-second game. If only Bass makes that field goal. If only, but it's just always if only.
Right.
If only that deep ball doesn't, that insane deep ball. And it was a well thrown ball by Denver, but 3 defenders there, and you're allowing a 40-yard deep ball being completed to their third string wide receiver on 3rd down. Like, it's just this insane. And then not to mention that interception that wasn't an interception of the deep dime that Josh Allen dropped. So, but I'm tired of finding excuses. I'm tired of annual heartbreak. I need this team to come through and freaking deliver.
Preseason starts in less than a week now, right? First games are, I think, Chiefs are playing the Rams on the 15th. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting some of these games started here.
Absolutely. All right, Manny, wonderful conversation today. We are gonna the Hall of Fame was great to get under our belt, but yes, I think next week we're gonna be seeing a little bit more from a little bit more of the final team roster shape up, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while because the season does not. By the way, the season does not kick off on a Thursday like it always has. There is a game on Thursday, September 10th, 49ers at the Rams, but before that, on Wednesday, September 9th, is the season opener where the defending champs Seahawks host the team they beat in the Super Bowl, the Patriots. The NFL knows how to create drama. Super Bowl matchup will be kicking off the season on September 9th. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes for the Patriots. Manny, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. And the next week, we'll talk next Sunday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Manny from Kansas City. This is Rizwan signing off. You've been listening to the Sports Spotlight. Coming up right after now, from X to Z, me with Samara, bringing to you a bridge to the generation gap, one conversation at a time. Coming right up. Tune in.
You're listening to Radio Azad on KDXX 107.9 FM HD4, Louisville.